Hey, welcome back to our channel. As you guys can see, we'll be doing another Gigwork Diaries for you guys today. So today's episode is just about the best gig apps to sign up for in 2025 to make you the most money. So yeah, let us know the top apps for you that has made you the most money, whether it's this year or last year or whatever. Just let us know, like, what's your top money makers. We're gonna let you guys know ours, because we did a lot of apps throughout the years and stuff like that, so we're gonna let you guys know. So I would say the first one was gonna be Instacart, especially pertaining to him because he's on Instacart kick right now. So I would say Instacart is definitely
that bread.
Definitely a good one to sign up for, especially if you want to have more freedom, stuff like that. I feel like Instacart is one of the most freedom-based app you can have, where you don't have to deal with workers and things like that too much. If you only have to deal with them if you have to ask them a question or whatever like that, but usually you're really on your own pretty much. Don't really deal with support that much unless you have a really big issue. Everything is like, you know, yourself. And I feel like the app is not glitchy, like really glitchy. Like sometimes it won't load and stuff like that, but on an everyday basis you are not going to have a problem with the app, right?
Nope.
So that's a good thing. And like, you basically, like I said, you on your own. Like whatever order pops up, you don't have to wait for drop times to come, nothing like that. Just come pick them. I wish there was like some change with Instacart though. I would say like maybe to give us, you know, stack orders. If there's 2 singles that's good enough to take, we should be able to stack them. When there's stores that have like aisles that's out of order, we should be able to like change the order of the aisles and stuff like that. What do you think Instacart should improve? Like, what's one big improvement you think Instacart needs to do? Because the app is pretty much solid, I would say.
I would say that. And the stores, like if there's a store close to the customer, we should be able to go to that store.
Yeah.
Like we should be able to switch the store. Sometimes that you can shop wherever, but I had an order before and I was 10 minutes away from the customer's house. They wanted me to drive a whole hour to this store when I was right at the store, 10 minutes away from the customer's house, and they wouldn't let me do the shop there. I called support and everything. I mean, I was talking to support in the chat. They wouldn't let me start the order there. They kept saying this location is not registered under the app. I'm like, well, it's the same store. And
they had 2 stores within the same radius.
But they should change that. Like,
yeah.
You should be able to shop at the store. Like if it's Wegmans, I should be able to shop at any Wegmans. Like I shouldn't have to go to a certain Wegmans.
The stock should pretty much be the same. Like it's general stuff. But he was going, that market is just a general market. It's not like a specialty market, nothing like that. So he should have been able to shop there, but he wasn't able to. So yeah.
So I canceled the order.
It was like $20-something or whatever, I think. 28, 24, something like that.
Something like that.
But yeah,
28.
Instacart, they definitely probably got a wait list. So just try your best to get on if you possibly can. That'll be the best thing for you. So yeah, the next one's gonna be Spark. So Spark is very, I would say, up and down, and Spark has the most issues with their app. Like their app is very glitchy. There's usually, sometimes the app goes out completely for hours and hours. You could be working somewhere and the app is just finished, like for the day. You can't work no more, none of that stuff like that. So that's the thing with Spark. Spark is hard to get onto, but Spark is easy to get deactivated from, basically. So that's the thing with that, with Spark. So Spark, make big money on Spark, and Spark's easier than Instacart, I would say, 100%. What do you think that Spark needs to change about there?
A whole lot.
Yeah.
Their app sucks. They need to fix their app.
They need to hire better workers too.
It's always glitching. The Spark employees suck.
Not all of them, but
Not
a lot of
them. But a lot of them do.
Yeah.
They lazy. They don't want to work. They be canceling orders.
Management too.
The management is terrible. Like it's so much Spark need to change. It's so much. Like I took a break from Spark because it was getting on my nerves. The employees, the app is crazy. The app GPS, like the coordinates, whatever it be going on in there, it's terrible. They be sending you to the middle of nowhere. Like you always gotta, like one time I had an order, they sent me 13 minutes away from where I was supposed to be. They sent me to a random parking lot. Like no houses, a parking lot.
And they sent us to a cemetery before.
Word, they sent us to a cemetery before.
And you too, right? You was in a cemetery recently,
yeah.
Wasn't you? Yeah. At somebody's grave.
I was driving, it took me to somebody's grave.
Literally. Like, what is going on? But yeah, Spark money-wise is good, but Spark has a lot of issues. So I would say still sign up for Spark, because Spark and Instacart as a team is a really good thing to have, but Spark is hard to get onto, like I said, but easy to get deactivated from.
Yeah, they deactivate you for anything.
Any little thing.
Any little thing you get deactivated.
Yeah, he got deactivated, as you guys know, if you guys know the story of that. But yeah, Spark's good, like I said, money-wise, but a lot of things surrounding Spark is not the best. So that's the only thing. But yeah, Spark will definitely make you some money if you can get on the app. I would feel like it's probably easier to get on Instacart than it is Spark. But yeah, put it in your arsenal too. Now moving on to Amazon Flex, because we've done Amazon Flex quite a bit. He's done it but by himself. We've done it together. I would say Amazon Flex is good if you can get a order or a drop. What is it called? A block?
Yeah, block.
Like at least $100 and up. So with Amazon Flex, you're gonna get your order, the block beforehand. How long? Like the day before?
Yeah, you get it the day before.
The day beforehand, and then you end up going to the warehouse or whatever. Your boxes. It's gonna be a lot of boxes, and then you go on and deliver. You have like 3 hours to do the block, and that's pretty much it for that. It's pretty easy. Remember that the girl told you that she had a $100 order and it was 15?
Oh yeah, 15 stops.
15 stops. I know that's unheard of, but yeah, if you can get a block that's $100, and I think you can do multiple blocks in a day, right?
Yeah.
Yeah. So if you can snag multiple blocks in a day, that'd be good. You can do that in the morning time and then go ahead and do Instacart or Spark later on, or do it in the reverse. It's a good way to make extra money, especially if you like just be on the road. You don't like to be in the stores too much. That's a great alternative to not being in the stores, dealing with people. You get your boxes, you leave, and you on the road for the next 3 hours or so. So Amazon Flex. We're both on the waiting list for Amazon Flex. He was on before, but he stopped using it, so they kicked him off. On the waiting list, and I'm also on the waiting list as well. So I don't know when we're gonna get off the waiting list, but we would have to have a big enough order that would be worth us doing, that we're gonna get paid equally, like good together, basically. So yeah, sign up for Amazon Flex. Probably a waiting list, but still, you just never know when it's gonna pop up, because it's a good thing to have. So next is Shipt. So Shipt, you have to be able to, like, when you see the orders, they're gonna say like $8 for like 12 items or whatever it is. A lot of times on Shipt, most people, like I would say almost 100% of people, tip afterwards. I was watching, if you guys watch a Long Island Dash Experience, there another couple that does gig work. They had took an order, I think it was like $12 or whatever. It was low items, low money or whatever. They took the order, and then later on, the lady tipped them $40. So you just never know with those orders. And with Shipt, you can take multiple orders at a time. You can take 4 orders at one time, 8 orders at one time. So yeah, Shipt is good to have, but I heard that Shipt is also easy to get deactivated on if you're not like babying the customer. So what you have to do is make sure if something's out of stock, you just make sure you send them pictures, text them, communicate with them. If they don't answer, that's on them, but make sure you guys communicate so you can make sure you get a tip after that order, because you don't want to do something where it's like, let's say 40 items and the base pay is $8, and you have no idea if you're gonna get a tip or not, and you could be driving 20 minutes or so. But Shipt is a good thing to have for sure. I have Shipt. We did Shipt one time so far, whatever, because it's hard to take those orders when you see $7 and $6. But I would say get on Shipt, take the orders, and you can do multiple at a time. That's like perfect. You got to get past your first 10 orders in order to take multiple, but it's a good thing to have for sure. So for Shipt, I was on the wait list for a while, and then they had recently let me on, so I still have it, but haven't used it much. But yeah, all right. So next category is catering. So he has Delivered At and Delivered, and he's done orders on both. He's done, I think, 1 order on Delivered, right? And Delivered At probably about
5 or 6.
Yeah, so he likes Delivered That better. Even though when we first got Delivered At, he wasn't getting nothing. Like the orders, you couldn't even get them. They were so cutthroat. They was just snatching orders left and right. So, and all the orders be going to New York. Not going to New York for $22. Like, so able to take multiple orders at one time. What was it, 3 at a time you did it? The first time you did it? I think you took 3 orders that day.
Might have been 2.
2 orders. So yeah.
Sure.
Yeah, he can take multiple orders at a time, and it's very easy. Even easier than food delivery, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, so
it's basically the same. It's the same.
Oh, you think it's the same?
Yeah, it's the same.
But it's more money. It's double the money, basically. So yeah, definitely if you're looking to do something like real chill, not too much work, catering would definitely be for you. And the only thing about Delivered At is the pay schedule. So
yeah, I don't like the pay schedule. That's why I don't really do it like that.
Yeah, it's good to have though. Like if the other apps ain't hitting off, you need to turn on Delivered At, and you'll probably get an order. And it's also kind of like seasonal, but it depends. So I've seen people out here get orders for like $130, $300. It all depends on like what car you got, how big your car is, and stuff like that. And yeah, so sign up for Delivered At. That's catering. Also sign up for Delivered. I heard they was having an issue, but check out both of them if you guys want something more chill, laid back, or you're trying to get into gig work and you want something easier. I would say catering is the easiest way to go. So, and Delivered At, their pay schedule is what, Monday and Wednesday. So you only get paid direct deposit Monday or Wednesday, right? No, it's not Monday. It's Wednesday or Friday. Yeah, Wednesday or Friday. So yeah, deliver that. So next one is Roadie XD. So he has Roadie, but you never did an order on Roadie yet.
Nope.
Never found an order worth taking in his area. But Roadie XD is a new one. You need to have like a van or whatever, a minivan, a van, a cargo van, whatever. And Roadie XD is similar to Amazon Flex. So you go to the warehouse, you pick up the route, and that's pretty much it. So you have to get accepted or I think invited onto Roadie XD. You have to check it out, look that up. But people's making some really good money on there. And you can take multiple routes, I believe. And I'm trying to think what else. Yeah, that's pretty much it. It's kind of like Flex. But Flex, can you take multiple routes at a time? I don't think so. Multiple blocks at a time?
Amazon Flex?
Yeah.
Yeah,
Oh, you can?
if the times don't
bump into each other. Oh. So yeah, Roadie XD. Definitely look that one up if you guys have a van, minivan, cargo van, etc. That would be a good one to keep because it makes a lot of money. And last but not least, going to be food delivery. So we're going to mention Uber Eats because that's the most recent one he's been doing. He's been on Grubhub, Uber Eats. You like Uber Eats better than Grubhub? Or is it about the same?
It's the same.
Yeah, so Uber Eats, only thing about Uber Eats is that you can get Spark batches on there, but those Spark batches that's on there are low money. He can get a Spark batch and he could get not a Spark batch, but an Uber Eats batch plus a Spark batch together. Yeah, because they'd be like $36 and he would get his $70 batch as well. That's $100-something right there. So definitely, I would say get Uber Eats if you want to do those batches. You could do food delivery, obviously. But yeah, remember that day that you worked and he only made like what, $28? You thought you made more money? Remember that whole day you worked on a Saturday? And you took like them $3 orders and stuff?
Yeah.
He thought he had like $40 and I was like, calculate, it can't be that much. And it was like $28. He's like, oh, I've been out here all this time, only made $28. Yeah.
That's the day I stopped doing Uber Eats.
But I think about Uber Eats too is that you can take the food delivery and the batch at the same time, right? Yeah, so he did that before, a food delivery and a batch order at the same time. I would say that Uber Eats, their customer service is good, the support, right?
Yeah.
Yes, the support is good. If you go with Spark and you try to get support from them, you ain't getting no support. You on your own. Instacart support is better than Spark. Spark got the worst support, I would say. Uber Eats probably got the best one to me. And
app-wise, Spark is the worst.
Yeah. Technical.
Like their support is terrible. The app is terrible.
Yeah.
The coordinates for the GPS is terrible.
It's like they got the app for the 99 cents.
Terrible. That app is so horrible.
They got all this money and the app is so crazy. Like it's always a problem. Bad. Like Instacart, like just now when I dropped off my thing, the customer was standing there and it wouldn't load. But it ended up getting it together and stuff like that eventually. But Spark.
And Spark, when you doing the deliveries, you can't call the customer.
Yeah, it doesn't work. The number doesn't go through.
You can't call the customer, and they be talking about you gotta call the customer. Like, I'm like, how? And you tell the support people that, and they don't even say nothing about it.
They just read off the script and just be like, "Oh, I'm sorry to hear that."
And then 90% of them can't understand them.
Because there's no like Americans. I mean, if you go to tier 2 Walmart, they got American people, but that's pretty much it. Like, other than
they be at home, mad noise in the background.
They be just waking up from a nap.
Can't even hear them. Talking all low.
Yeah. Instacart don't have American support agents either, but they try to help you more than Spark does, basically.
Nah, Instacart, they got a lot of Americans.
I never spoke to Americans.
I spoke to a couple. I don't know if they was Americans, but the English was real good.
Are the apps that we feel will make you the most money in 2025, whether they have problems or not. But sign up for those apps. Just have as much apps as possible. We always tell you guys that people don't like to multi-app. He don't really like to multi-app too much, but it just all depends on what's going on. Because we multi-app when we're together. We do Spark and we do Instacart. But yeah, and then I have shipped on sometimes as well. But it just all depends. Like I said, so yeah, if you're looking to make more money in 2025, check out those apps that I've mentioned, sign up for them, and yeah, hopefully you guys make this money, and we'll see you guys next time.